Good evening, my brothers and my sisters. Good to be here on another day. This is another Bible study. Last week we worked on Psalm 91, safety, abiding in the presence of God. To the Ebenezer Church family, to all my brothers and sisters, it's good to be here again. We do thank God for God being God all by himself. It's good to be here. It's good to be here. We want to invite you. Come by Ebenezer Sunday morning. We had celebrating the 110th church anniversary. I'll be preaching. Our theme, Matthew 16 and 18. Now, the Lord said, I say unto thee, thou art Peter, and upon this rock I'll build my church, and the gates of hell shall not prevail against it. 16 and 18 in the gospel as recorded in Matthew there. We find in the psalm here today that there's safety, abiding in the presence of God. Safety, abiding in the presence of God. To all my brothers and sisters, safety. You want to be safe. You must come to know God. You must let God be number one in your life. Amen. No way around it. No other way. You can have all the security you want. They can't keep you safe. Only God can keep you. Only God can keep you. Amen. In this 91st Psalm, you read it, study it, look at it real good. The psalmist, it lets us know. It's a confession of confidence in the Lord and assurance that those who trust in the Lord need not fear. Promise of God protection to becoming one. A description of the Lord, protection of the coming one, 14 through 16. Amen. Protection in the psalm. We're looking at verses 6 through 16 this afternoon. An assurance that those who trust in the Lord need not fear. Do you trust in the Lord? Are you walking with the Lord? Is the Lord number one in your life? Amen. You got to trust in it. That's all I come to tell you this evening. You got to put your trust in it. You got to put all your trust in God. He was confessing first of his confidence in the Lord. In verses 1 and 2, his assurance that those who trusted in the Lord needed not fear. Verses 3 through 8. Amen. Promise of God protection to the coming one in verses 9 through 13. Amen. A description of the Lord's protection of the coming one is in 14 through 16. Amen. So, brothers and sisters, we need to make up in our mind who we go put our trust in. Amen. We'll read over these verses, and I advise you to read over. We look at verse 7 and 8 here, for it's talking about 1,000 and 10,000, like the Israelites was in Egypt were spared the danger that touched their neighbors. Amen. The believers in the Lord are protected from an assault. Look and see. The punishment of the wicked is as sure as deliverance of the righteous. Amen. We need to make up in our mind now who we go walk with, who we go talk to, who go be number one in our lives. Amen. Because this psalm here lets us know that was a confession of his confidence. See, the first thing we got to do, we got to get some confidence in God. That we can trust him, that we can walk with him. And I come here to tell you, you can trust him and you can walk with him. Amen. He will lead you. He will guide you. He will protect you. Amen. Amen. He will protect you. Amen. Let me find out where I'm at right here, right quick. Amen. See, it's promise of God protection to the coming one, verses 9 through 13. Amen. For all the days are passed away in thy wrath, and we spend our years as a tale that is told. Amen. Oh, Lord have mercy. No, I'm at the wrong one. That's 90. I'm sorry. In 91. In 91. I need to be in 91 at verse 8. Only with thy eyes shall thou behold and see the reward of the wicked, because thou hast made the Lord, which is my refuge, even the Most High, my habitation. Amen. Thou shalt no evil befallen thee, neither shall thy plague come nigh thee, for he shall give his angel charge over thee to keep thee in the way. Thou shalt not bear up in thy hand, lest thou dash thy foot against the stone. Thou shalt tread upon the lion, right, and adder, and the young lion, and the dragon shall thou trample under thy feet. Amen. The psalmist here letting us know, if you really serious, make it number one. He will protect you. He will guide you. He will lead you if you make him number one in your life. Amen. See, this psalm is all about protection, safety, abiding in the presence of God. Amen. The reason why we fearful, the reason why we are getting all crazy and everything, we don't really have our faith and trust in God. We got to make God number one. That's the whole thing. Who is number one in your life? What's number one in your life, preacher? That's all it's about. Who, what is number one? See, when God becomes number one in your life, you got protection. Let him be number one in your life. Amen. Let him be number one. Let me go back over this one more time. Make sure we got it here. In a confession of confidence in the law. That's verses 1 and 2. Number 2, assurance that those who trust in the law need not fear. Verses 3 through 8. Amen. Promise of God protection to the coming one, verses 9 through 13. A description of the Lord's protection of the coming one is verses 14 through 16. Amen. It's all about us making God number one and allowing God to protect us. As I stated and said earlier, you could have all the bodyguards you want. They can't save you. They can't protect you. But God can. But God can. No matter how the storms blow, how the wind blow, no matter how bad the car's torn up or whatever is going on, God can protect you. Let him be number one in your life. Read that 91st Psalm. And if you can, make it by the Ebenezer Missionary Baptist Church, 125 3rd Avenue in Ragland, Alabama. Sunday morning, we will be bringing the word. May God bless you. May God keep you. Amen.